Wonder Muck wouldn't like Dwarf Fortress. Since, I mean, Dwarf Fortress is like RimWorld plus 5, right? So probably would be a bit much for me. You need, oh, the soldering bench requires power. That's what it is. And I need electronics to get more power. Well, that's dumb. I need lightning to hit one of the lightning rods so I can catch it. I didn't make electric furnace. No, I'm still using the old-fashioned furnaces, so that's not draining my power. It's just the research desk and a couple lights. That's a diesel generator. God. We're making fuel so slowly, though. I can do that. I can do that. I would really like to get sensors as well. That takes a CPU core. Shoot. Let's see, diesel generator and then low power switch. I'm gonna put it on the outside wall there. Alright, I want it on control circuit 1. And we need an electronic before we can make that. So, let's try this now and see what she does. God, it takes so long. This is one electronic. She's making like a friggin' NVIDIA graphics card. Distress signal. Ooh, do I have enough fuel? I do have enough fuel. Ken! Fetch. Alright, active circuit 1. Is this the right one? Let's see, full 17 hours. Wait, power switch. I might have built the wrong thing. I needed a low battery sensor. Shoot. Okay. I messed up. Deconstruct that. Hopefully I can reuse the electronic. I don't know if I'll get it back or not. Okay, yeah, I did. Have you ever soldered? It does take a bike electronic. I know, that's why I wish I could find... there's a random breakthrough you can get sometimes that makes it to where you can have the 3D printer make your electronics, and it's just on its own. But I haven't gotten it this time. Okay, so active circuit 1... See, what we want is it to burn the fuel to give us power, but only when we need it. Otherwise, it would waste fuel. So we've got a low battery sensor hooked up to it now. Scavenged 5 electronics, yeah! Good job, Ken. I need it, I need it. I put a couple shelves in here just to put the cooked food on. Happy New Year to Venezuela, Bolivia, and certain parts of Canada. Happy New Year! Alright, let's do cooked meals only. Maybe medicines too? Cooked meals and medicines. Alright, and then these... uncheck cooked meals and medicines. And copy restrictions. Paste. Paste.
Happy New Year,
paste. 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 Okay, so now when she's done cooking, she'll just put it on the shelf right there, and it's closer to the eating table. Taran, Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you. Mukluk Douglas Bot, thought to be Reginald Esquire the Fourth, that's Johnson Festivals the Third. Welcomes you, Taran, back to the lab. Hope you enjoy all stay entertainments on the way. Crank at the speakers, not touch the speakers, giveaways everywhere. Please take a seat, but you'll only need the edge. We are going to observe this big horned animal before it dies in our bear traps. Oh wow, yep, that's a big horned animal, all right. Yep. Oh, I'm gonna go put some pants on. Wait, what? Simon's like, wow, yeah, that's a big feller. My pants fell off. Okay, where was I? Atmug, did you see my baby? Did you, like, actually have a child, or did you, like, get a new car and you're one of those people that calls a car a baby? He was so happy about the animal, he destroys. That's awful. There we go, discovered the Ulfin. I have a drying rack, right? Yeah, okay. Not much on it. I think, where is it? There it is. Pretty sure this is like basically tobacco. I think or whatever it is you can smoke it, and you could also make tea with it. I don't know what the real world equivalent of that would be. I don't know of a tobacco tea. Anyway, I'm gonna send someone to study that so we can plant that if we want it. Happy New Year's from Ireland. It's 4 a.m. I should be on bed, but I'm having funky hours too, and that's Future Me's problem. I have that issue every day. Vasilla, thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year to you as well. Okay, good. I was like, you left some electronics out here in the rain. Okay, it's fine now. All right, if we have a few spare electronics, we can... Oh, wait, no. Wait, we got better ones. Graphene panel. So these basically rotate to follow the sun as the sun's moving through the sky, so they generate more power. There we go. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Power grid is a little bit more powerful now. Laura's got most of the fields caught up, except the trees one, and we need more of those. Let me see, how's research going? Alright, so they finished making the... What's the word for it? The auto turrets research. Let's get... sensor devices. Oh, that means you can get low battery sensors without the sensor devices research. Interesting. Brewing? We don't have a ton of grain. I don't really need brewing. Refrigerator would be nice. What are we putting in the new expansion area? A building for crafting. Right now they're doing all their crafting like outside, which has obvious negative connotation. You know, stuff decays faster. They're subject to like the ash and rain and temperature and stuff like that. I'd like to get a warehouse where they can craft in. And if we can get a bigger power, once you know, Samantha had made more electronics, or actually I guess Vivian's doing it now. Once we get more power income and storage, we can start making auto guns, which would help for all the attacks that happen when there's not a solar flare. Scavenge for electronics, very nice. Good job, kid. Good job, buddy. We've been in the hospital since Friday morning, won't leave till tomorrow. It's my third child, but my first son. Oh boy! Out comes the mustache bursting from your face along with the urge to teach them how to play football even if you don't know how. Actually, that never happened to me, but that's what TV told me would happen. In reality, it was just an awkward, so... I'm your dad. Hi. I guess we get to keep you. It's weird. I feel weird. The hospital's just letting us keep the human, but okay. Sensor devices. Let me see. 86 scissor hands hatchlings, 14 range shriekers, 17 explosive scarabs. It's mucking banelings, chat. How's the pulse rifle she's holding? 3%. Please hold on. Here we go. Laura, take your almost destroyed pulse rifle up on the wall. Everyone else right here. Ken was salvaging, so he was pretty far away. Oh boy. Ken's gonna get there right when the explodey boys do. Run, Ken! Oh boy. Those shriekers, though. So what's gonna happen is some of these are gonna shoot up at Sam, and we're gonna have to get her off the wall, or not Sam, sorry, Laura, as soon as she starts taking hits. At least that's how they usually behave. Are they just gonna funnel down? Oh, there we go. Okay, some of them are doing that now. It took them a minute, but now they're thoroughly aggroed on me, and they shouldn't attack the flamethrowers. They will destroy the flamethrowers if I don't get them locked on me first. Okay. Samantha, bind your wounds. Same with Laura. Vivian can't, because despite the fact that we just did that, Vivian is scared of blood. How much meat we got? There's only 90 raw... How did we just use up all the raw insect meat? Okay. Butcher the bigger bugs, not the little ones. Almost 3 in a newborn. My sister was excited. My other doesn't seem to care yet. They won't meet until Sunday. So many COVID restrictions in hospitals. Oh, or your current kids, like at grandma's house or something like that? Sensor devices research complete. Auto turrets and motion sensors complete. Fan AC, thermostat, day-night sensor. Let me see. Where's the day-night sensor? We can, I think we can build this and then attach it to the lights so that they only come on at nighttime and save a bit of power. Referring to the exterior lights, not the interior ones. Speaking of, I think we can extinguish these torches in here now. Happy New Year's back in chat. You too, Philby. They were their grandparents till Sunday. I'm just chilling on this very uncomfortable couch that felt to do a bed, but the bed is somehow worse. Be sure to complain to your wife about how uncomfortable it is while she's in labor, because they love to hear that. There will be no survivors. Back up to 500 bug chunks. Okay, so we got the sensor. Let's put this on active circuit 2. And this light on circuit 2. And this light on circuit 2. Do I have any other outdoor lights? I don't think so. Mukluk trying to sabotage? For the content. Alright, so... when a sensor's ended, it turns on the device and the other starts. So yeah, it should turn off these exterior lights now when it's daytime. We'll find out. Chat, true story for you. When my wife was in labor and she was having what is it called? Contractions. Yeah, she wanted to hold my hand so that she could like crush my hand when she was feeling the pain. And I was like, okay. So she's doing that, and so she's like, and then, you know, like a minute, and then a minute, and then like she did one where she like didn't squeeze very hard, and I was like, oh, that one didn't seem so bad, and like in my mind I was just making an observation because she didn't squeeze my hand very hard that time, and she was like, don't you dare tell me how bad this is. I'm like, okay. That is a true story. That is 100% true story. She was like, shut your mouth. And I was like, would you like to crush my other hand, ma'am? Whatever you need. Sorry I opened my fat face. Researched refrigerators. No queued research. We'll need power cell. We don't need it now, but we'll need it eventually. We'll need another battery, but they take 5 electronics. Tachyon source. Our sensors are reacting to repeating bursts of tachyon radiation. I have never seen this. Through some effort and pinpointing, we're able to locate the source nearby. Unlocks the tachyon source expedition. What? Okay. Thunderstorm. That's a new one for me. My wife had a C-section for both our sons, literally sitting there watching the doctors play tug of war on her stomach. It was like Resident Evil meets childbirth, and the drugs made her giggle through all of it. Oh my god. I saw... Okay. I'm just gonna say this as like just scientifically as possible. I saw when the placenta emerged. My wife has no memory of it. And I thought it was the most horrifying part of the entire experience. Was when that sucker just into the room. And yo, I thought her like liver had fallen out or something. I was like, oh god. The thing was, my wife got, I forget what the technical name is for it, but my wife basically got diabetes during her pregnancy because of the placenta, and then after it was gone, she was like back to not being a diabetic. So like we were calling it her just disease organ. We're like, yeah, this mucking thing. It's like her entire diet had to change until that was gone. Tachyon source. I found the remains of an ancient ship of unknown origin. Tachyon radiation is being emitted from a broken terminal. I couldn't interact with it, but I see inscriptions in an alien language. Record what you can and return home. Unlock ancient language for research. I have never seen this. It's called gestational diabetes. Yep, that sounds right. That sounds right. Oh god, what's happening? Laura, get on the walls! $73 scissors attached to... Okay, it's all melee, it's all melee. That might hit Vivian. Okay. Oh, burn, baby, burn. All right, no injuries. Ken, you missed all the fun times. Butcher the big bugs, leave the little ones. That'll take too much time. All right, alien language research? We have enough data from the crashed alien ship to study the language. Enables reading of ancient alien language and detection of other tachyon sources. Okay. I watched them pull the entire out and pop it to get the baby out, like a full-on, maybe just sitting there fun times. Oh, my diabetes, we're waiting for Ken to get to be gone to attack us. Free meat. Are we still talking about births? Yeah, I was trying to be vague because I'm sure some people here are like, no. Dude, okay, here's something kind of vague. All right, you know the umbilical cord? For those of you not parents, it's the thing that plugs into your belly button. The umbilical cord. Apparently, I never heard this until my wife was in labor. Apparently, it's tradition for the father to cut the cord. I don't know, like, it's not a religious thing, because we didn't tell them my religion or her religion. Like, it's just tradition? Like, I never heard that before. And so, like, they get the baby out of her, and, you know, there's the umbilical cord connecting them still. And the doctor is like, you know, Dad, come here. And he called me Dad, so I didn't respond at first. He's like, Dad, come here. And I'm like, oh, he's talking to me. And I walk forward. It's weird having this old man call me Dad. And he's like, here, do the honors. And he hands me, like, he tries to hand me these big, like, surgical scissors or something. And I was like, no, thank you. And he's like, come on, get over here. And there's this other guy that's helping. And I'm like, he's like, you need to cut the cord. And I was like, he's a med student, let him do it. And he's like, you're supposed to do it. And I'm like, he needs practice. I swear to God. And he's like, and then he turns and gives the other guy the scissors, random dude, and then he cuts it. And I was like, dude, I want nothing to do with this. Thank you for your time. No. We're literally paying you to do the messing with the organs. Appreciate it. Oh, I'm out. Let the intern have it. That's hilarious. That's what happened. I was like, we're wasting time. Get that one. Dude, another wave. Another 195 animals are on their way. Like, we just sat down. Laura's like, can I get a minute to harvest the crops? Where are they? Oh, they're right. See, again, I'm scared to expand in this direction. They would have instantly attacked. Heat wave 2, yeah. Crops grow more slowly and lose health if it becomes intolerable. Outside temperatures are 68 degrees Fahrenheit higher. We've got one air conditioner that is trying. Oh, it's freaking breaking. It's trying. Okay, she just fixed it. The bugs don't like you. I can't imagine why. All right, everybody, let's go. Is any of this ranged? No, they're all melee. Okay, so we can just funnel. That should be fine. As long as the orange ones get killed before they get to us. Because the orange ones explode, which will kill their friends and damage my walls. But as long as it doesn't hit us, we can recover quickly. Oh my god, they're getting really close. Oh my gosh. Simon actually took a hit. Dude, they just forcibly mashed their faces through 4 flamethrowers. They actually reached us. We might have to expand the flamethrower line for future attacks. Okie dokie. Simon, can you treat yourself for whatever that was? It was a superficial cut, so it wasn't bad. It was like, compared to what could have happened, he got nicked. 848. Let's just get the explosive. The explosive and the overgrown have a lot of meat. The hatchlings have very, very little. Living kill it with fire meme, yeah. So, let's see. I mean, I could work on getting another line of flamethrowers on the other side. Let me see. Like expand the fence and then have another line right here. I could do that. Which, if I were going to do that... Oh, we'd have to move a couple traps. Actually, we need lumber, because this project isn't even done yet, so we don't have the lumber to do that at the moment anyway. But we can work toward that in time. Power cell assembly's almost done. Vivian's making new fuel for the flamethrowers. Yeah, see, a bunch of them are damaged from those exploding bugs. Same with all these walls, too. Need more lumber. Let's see, activities. What's Ken's list? He does handling, and then scavenging, and then whatever. I might manually send Ken to do a lumber. Oh, her gun just broke. Okay, get the backup one. And Ken does not have a melee weapon. 2 of them lost their hats. Alright, Ken. Cut the trees. Give me that wood. I'm gonna say something cheesy here. I'm glad you guys like this game too. Because there's sometimes I'm like, oh man, I want to play this this other thing, and then like it does, you know, like we have like a like the audience numbers tank, and then I'm like, oh well, I'll have to play that off stream. Oh, okay, I'll do something else on stream. But I'm glad you guys seem to enjoy this as much as I do. As this has been like a diamond in the rough as far as like a little indie game that we found this year that I really enjoyed. There's been a bunch this year. There, like Last Epoch, fantastic ARPG. Riftbreaker, amazing RTS/ARPG. And then this was a lot of fun too. Can we see who hates Samantha the most? Oh gosh. I don't really know that the relationships matter much anymore right now, but let's see. Ken minus 36 to Sammy. Laura minus 52 to Sammy. Sammy loves Sammy. Vivian interested in Samantha, but minus 60 to Sammy. It's a very Sunday relationship. And Simon minus 43. Why does everyone hate the engineer? I mean, okay, I used to work with engineers. I can understand why. 241 hungry pests. They're just gonna eat my fields. I could attack them, but then I have to